Where's he at? What?
So I figured if we're going to do Lord of the Rings, we should have some rings.
Onion rings? Really?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to see how to make these?
Sure, go for it.
What's going on, y'all? My name's Robert Adams from the Cinefanatics, and I'm here to show you how to be Lord of the Onion Rings. It's real simple. All you need to do is take an onion and then forget about it, because you know what? They make frozen onion rings. It's really simple. All you gotta do to make these is follow the instructions on the frickin' bag. They're right there in black and white. So simple, it's amazing. Yep, that's how it's done. They might be hot.
That's pretty good.
Not bad anyway. Warm. Anyway.
So, just so you know, we're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
I'm Robert Adams.
And we're doing the reaction to the exhibition Lord of the Rings Middle-earth Schmoedown match here.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be good at it. So this is the kind of fun little content that we got to do to make this video enticing. Otherwise, just skip it and move on to the next video. These are pretty good.
They're really hot.
Who's in this match?
I have no idea.
Let's find out real quick. It is it's Kevin Smets, Alex Damon, Robert Parker, and Ben Goddard.
Who do you got?
I got a desire to have another onion ring, honestly.
They are pretty good.
I want another onion ring.
Here you go, fellow ringer.
Don't ever call me that again. So, I think on this one, honestly, you got to go with. I feel like you got to go with either Smets or Parker on this one.
I'm thinking too.
Because right now they're the ones who's onion ring talk. They're the ones who all the eyes are on in the IG right now. Smets currently has the belt.
Yeah,
He's earned it. Parker is like one of the heavily favored to win the upcoming tournament. So those are the kind of the ones that you're looking towards. I know Damon has some pretty solid knowledge. Goddard knows a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I'm probably gonna stick to Champion Smets here. There's a reason he's got that belt. He knows some Lord of the Rings. That's what helped him get the belt.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm probably going to go against you. And as much as I love Smets, I'm going to go with Parker. Do you know why I'm going to go with Parker?
remind me to vacuum that up later. Why?
We have the same first name.
That is a stupid reason.
Robert's got to represent Roberts here.
That is a dumb reason.
Well, we'll see if my dumb reason ends up coming up on top at the end of this. Now, here's the thing. Not to completely leave out Alex Damon and Ben Goddard. Alex Damon's fantastic at Star Wars. He might be fantastic at Lord of the Rings. We don't know. There's not an actual Lord of the Rings league like there is a Star Wars league. Otherwise, he might be the champion of that one. We don't know.
This one's a little burned.
Dark meat.
No.
Then you've got Ben Goddard, who, again, we really haven't seen too much of Ben Goddard in, like, an IG
Not
type
yet, anyway.
scenario yet. We're about to, but we haven't seen him fully on yet. So, he might know a thing or two, because he's seen a thing or two.
Really, J.K. Simmons?
So I thought I was going to go with it.
We are farmers. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah.
They're not sponsored. Us. Sponsoring us. Anyway.
So here's a great thing about this. This is declared one of the best matches so far, I think.
You want to finish chewing there, Miss Manners?
So this has been declared one of the... Miss Manners, really? Why are you on this channel? This has been declared one of the best matches so far in at least all the exhibitions, if not probably of the entire season so far. So, what that means is if you're not part of the Patreon, you're going to miss out on other really good matches. You're lucking out and getting... I'm spitting too. We're doing it on video. You're lucking out and getting some of these matches on YouTube for the entire public to see. But if you want to see like all the other good ones, I got the Jurassic Park, I got Bond, Back to the Future. Some of these matches are done, some of them coming up, and you're gonna want to see these. The only way that's gonna be possible is if you hop on that Patreon and get on that $10 or higher level. So you're gonna want to do that as I clean up onion ring crumbs.
Yeah, you're gonna want to do that.
That's the Schmoedown Patreon. It's patreon.com/the Schmoedown or Schmoedown. Just try them both and see what happens.
It's the one that's gonna have the Schmoedown logo attached to it.
You're gonna know when you're there.
Yeah, it's gonna say Schmoedown.
It's gonna say the Schmoedown. It's gonna be official branding.
Anyways, let's get into this.
I'm choking on onion ring crumbs.
Yeah,
that was your plan all along. You wanted to take me out so
I could rule the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's exactly my plan here.
Once again, we're gonna do fantastic at this, so enjoy.
Gandalf.
Frodo.
Well, we know some names.
Hey, do you know that Sean Astin is the one that plays Samwise Gamgee?
Oh, yeah.
Learned that one, didn't I?
Yeah. He was also Rudy.
I don't know why I'm opening the marker yet. It's not time to play yet.
He was also in the Goonies.
Yep. And he's also Bob in Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, thanks, Christian.
Aragorn. Or Aragorn. Samwise G.
I'm Christian Harloff, joined, as always, by the one and only, he's cleaned up. He's the baby of the carrots, Mark Ellis.
Hey, Christian,
the babiest of the carrots.
No, he's the baby of the carrots.
This show started
of all the carrots, he's the baby.
Door to door asking my neighbors trivia questions, and now look at where we are. We're having a Lord of
I think the best part of this is that we have to sit in close proximity with each other after eating onions.
That this match is going to
Didn't think that one through.
I mispronounce a record number of.
Oh, me, I did.
How do you see
I'm okay with it.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I would be surprised if that's not the case, and I'm sure we'll have some. We have a lot of cocky competitors here today, and I can already think of one that will be correcting us.
Great kid, don't get cocky.
As we say wrong.
Wrong.
And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. And we've
wrong
had
movies.
Wrong movies.
Great exhibition matches already. So just to let you know, if
correct
you're
division
coming in here for the first time,
the
wrong
movies. When you watch and you wanted to watch other ones that have aired, you might want to watch those first because you might get some spoilers in this one. Especially maybe there's a particular person who did very well in those other ones, and we might talk about.
I was talking about the championship match. Which we did do a reaction to, and it is also on the channel as well if you haven't seen that one yet.
I just noticed that you changed
Fantastic
your
match.
name because I made a Lord of the Rings name, and so you just pronounced yourself Aragorn. Well, I've seen the movies, Christian, and Aragorn has great locks of hair on him.
Yeah, but that was before. You don't know what happened afterwards.
Did he shave his head and start a podcast?
That's kind of the whole point. Is that there's a lot
dates
that
when
went
this one was filmed.
With. Remember,
yeah.
he was a lot older than people really realized that he was. Extended
Yankee fan.
Well, you don't know that. All right. Well, we are going to just break down a little bit of what we have here.
Yeah.
We're going to break down a little bit.
I'll address the elephant in the room. People are going to ask this question right off the bat. How come Rachel Cushing wasn't in this? Rachel Cushing is busy at the moment. She was asked, absolutely asked. She at the moment she's working. At the time that we're scheduling these matches, she's just
it's unfortunate because it would have been awesome to see her in this too.
Then it would have been, who do you got? Rachel Cushing.
It's not to say that whoever wins this,
and this probably would have been the closest we've gotten to Rachel Cushing versus Smets.
We do have
whoever wins this might have to face the
solid
Crusher down the line
here today, and we got the rookie sensation, two rookie sensations, going to be in this match. You start with one, and that's the Bandit, Ben Goddard. Ben Goddard has been he's made a presence for himself on SEN Live. He backed up a lot of his smack talk by winning matches inside of the Schmoedown, both in teams and singles. Got a lot of, whether it's, I always adhere by the fact that all publicity is good publicity. Him and his partner Rachel Silvestrini got a lot of slack, or whatever the infamous "we're heels." We know about that moment. We know the big moment. We know the things that he's done in the past. But he knows his stuff. He knows Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Christian.
It's a big moment we know about, but we've never seen.
More of a reputation than Ben before you ever played a match, because fans were so familiar with him from SCN Live and his own Twitch exploits.
But nonetheless, we're heels.
And if you want to talk about people,
it's a catchphrase of the season.
Came into the league with a little.
I feel more like an ankle myself.
Enter Robert Parker.
Put another onion ring in your mouth.
I've been pretty good over the last couple of years here. In I think it was season 5. I said Ethan Irwin will be Rookie of the Year. In Season 6, I said it would be Smets. I was right on both of those.
Cinefanatics mukbang.
It would be Robert Parker, and that's not taking anything away from Ben Goddard because he has shown up.
Hey, do me a favor.
Great.
Put the onion rings.
Parker is
literally right
an
here.
animal. He is really, really good
Literally
when it
right
comes to his knowledge.
Literally
and
right here.
I was one of those people too, where I said, "Well, let's see how this kid backs it up."
I will
He was
climb
on
over you.
Podcast talking about, well, on the families, we don't get nervous. And I'm like,
I have not
"Let's
had
see how
dinner
you
yet,
do
and I'm
under-
hungry."
Under the lights, kid. Well, he didn't get nervous under the lights. He completely destroyed our good pal Ace Andres Cabrera in his first match. Who knows what's to store in
This
his
one's
next
not
couple
burned.
matches.
This one's
But
pretty
this
good.
guy, he used to be known as the Hobbit, for God's sake, so he knows Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and he carries himself with a dapper classiness that harkens back to a bygone era, Christian. I mean, the guy, for God's sake,
I really don't wanna be sitting here just eating onion rings the whole time.
Suit mode today, but he's certainly going to show up and give his best over the 3 rounds.
I do. This is a
if-
delight.
If you move on and you say, look, Lord of the Rings, it's a beloved franchise, sure it is. I don't know that there's ever been a more beloved or celebrated franchise than Star Wars, and the one dominant force that we've had in Star Wars to this point in the Schmoedown is none other than Alex Damon. But now he's going to put his knowledge of Middle Earth to the test.
Well, remember, Alex Damon has already in Season 7 has branched out and started to do other things inside of the Schmoedown.
Just make sure your fingers aren't
He
greasy
is
when you
Mike
try to hold
Tyson 86
the
in
marker.
Star Wars. We know that. It is becoming very, very tough for anybody to get close to him. He's the longest reigning Schmoedown champion we've ever had in any division. And so he wanted to move on. He made his debut against Emily Jacobson in Atlanta, won the match, right? And then he played in a championship match against Dan Murrell, against Kevin Smets, against John Roca, and did very, very well. So, I mean, did extremely well and almost won the damn thing. So, Lord of the Rings, I feel, is something that he might know better than maybe we think he knows, or maybe he's just here to say, look, I want to run with these guys and see how I do.
And now, look, you mentioned
We need a
that he's
monitor.
the 86 Tyson when it comes to Star Wars. So sticking with the 1986,
I can't see on the little
with
screen
Keith,
there if
I would
I've got
say
onion ring
1986, maybe
crumb on my
Dwight
face.
Gooden, to make both him and his manager happy, would be
You're good.
the person who is currently holding a belt that knows a lot about Lord of the Rings and had to know a lot about
Yours
Lord of the
gets
Rings to
caught
get
in
that
whatever
belt.
that is
And
on your
that
face.
is the guy with the hoodie. He shops at Hot Topic Online, Kevin the Smasher.
Called facial hair. Happens when you become
This
a man.
is so incredible to watch right now.
So why do you
because
have some?
Kevin Smets is playing on a whole other
Why don't you have any?
I'm not just talking about inside
Shaved mine off.
of the Inner Geekdom division because he hasn't had a match since he won the title against
That's what they
Mike.
all say.
But he's been studying, he's been prepping, and this is where the spoiler parts come out. He's already won 2 exhibition matches. He won the championship match against Dan and Roca and Alex Damon, and then he won the Back to the Future. He didn't miss one question. He went perfect where the guy who
There
wrote
you
the
go.
book, Brad Gilmore, did not.
So if you
Kevin
weren't on the
Smash- and I'll
Patreon
tell you what,
and you
I
haven't
know
watched
Kevin.
these yet,
I know Kevin very well.
Whoops.
He does respect.
Whoopsies.
One of those that
his
isn't
fellow
public,
dungeon
you just
mate,
got spoiled
Robert
on.
Parker.
Yeah.
He wants to
Shoulda
beat
watched
his
him.
ass today.
Yeah,
I
we
can
should've.
guarantee you
Whoops.
that. He
Whoopsie.
wants to beat Robert Parker, and Robert Parker knows it. I can see Robert Parker in the chat room right now. He's pacing back and forth. He looks like a hungry wolf ready to just eat.
And
You
know,
can
talk
pace
about
back
the
and forth on
history
the
that
chat
those
rooms?
two share, where there has been some exhibition. I would classify it as
Clever quip.
conflict between those two. Now they are in the same faction, but you're right, Christian. You throw it all out the window. When
Good job.
You put competitors into one little box like what we have here on this streamed episode of an exhibition match, but I don't think these guys are thinking exhibition. These guys are thinking this might as well be for a belt in their mind.
Well, it is for the Lord of the Rings.
There's a little bit of pride behind it
Exhibition
since they all
Championship, as we
all
said, is the
four
first one.
operate
These are all
within Inner
competitors
Geekdom
that,
now, so
have proven their worth. So,
or
with
at
that,
least
Mark,
in
we are going
Ben's
to start
case
today's
is
match.
about
Are you
to
ready?
operate in Inner
Yeah,
Geekdom.
so we'll call it Low Trek, which is Lord of the Rings Exhibition Championship. Low Trek.
You got it. All right.
Star Trek.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
That's
time
confusing.
for
I was still
the
calling it
movie
Loader.
Trivia Schmoedown. This is for the
what that means.
Lord of the Rings Exhibition
Lord of the
Championship.
Rings. Loader.
Introducing
Oh,
first,
Loader.
representing the
I was like, where'd the D
Den,
come from?
He is Ben, the Bandit Goddard.
There
There he is, Ben. There you are. You are in the office. You got a good
He's in
Christian
the Bagel
Marlin
Boy theme.
cosplay going right now. How is everything going for you?
It's good. You know, it's always a fun time to watch these movies, even just for pleasure.
All right,
but
so
it's been
pop
fun
quiz.
studying
Are
them.
there lenses
And
in
like
his
you
glasses?
Said, going up against 3 other Inner Geekdom players.
What,
2
do
of
you
them
know this?
champions, one of them a family
I don't, I
champion
can't tell.
with all the hype in the world.
If he's literally
But
just wearing
you know
frames
what? I'm
for
ready to play,
fashion,
and Robert
I'm
Parker
offended.
definitely got one of his Lord of the Rings questions
Well,
wrong
when
against
he looks
Ace,
up
I
and we
would've
see
challenged
light
in that
reflecting
match,
in
but I
him,
wasn't there, so let's
then
hear
we'll
it all.
know.
Interesting set. I'm sure that he might have some words and to ask you exactly what the hell you're talking about.
Absolutely.
So we will say, and
I'm
his
not
opponent,
convinced.
representing
I'm not
the
convinced those are
dungeon,
real glasses.
he is Robert the Spider Parker. What's up,
Look at that
Robert?
outfit.
Well, hello. No, I know exactly what Ben's talking about. He wasn't in the match, so it's not really his business. But other than that, I'm here to play. I mean, you said it yourself. These are the best minds that Lord of the Rings that the Schmoedown has to offer. And once I go through all of them, I'm hoping that maybe
Except
there's
for-
cushion at the end of the road.
Except for Rachel.
Interesting. All right, so we have the Spider in there who is already cool, calm, and collected, standing with the jacket and everything.
Yeah,
And
Christian, is he our first standing competitor that we've had in an exhibition match?
Just pull an
Yeah,
onion
someone
ring
right
out
now,
of Christian,
the
Mark,
only screaming king
Robert,
from
and Ben.
and their opponent.
Did I just pull this stupid joke out of my
is
mind?
the reigning Star Wars movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Alex the Demon Damon. Alex, what's up, my man? Good to see you again.
Man, I am so excited for this. Anywhere there's a universe with thousands of years of lore and just unpronounceable names, you know I can be there.
I'm sure. So this is something you hear of the Spider's legend, you hear of the Bandit's knowledge. Do either one of
This
these
is gonna be a
guys,
good match.
and look, you've gone up against Smets before. Do you feel that you can
For them, not
take
for us.
These three gents.
I do.
It's gonna be a good match for them.
Wow, interesting.
It's gonna be
There
terrible
it is.
for us.
Cool, calm, and collected is the
So-
Star Wars champ, looking to become
If
the
I get-
Lord of the Rings champion also.
Assuming they ask
And
8
finally,
questions in the first
their
round.
opponent.
If I get
He
4
is
questions right,
the
I will be
reigning
very proud of
Inner
myself.
Geekdom movie trivia Schmoedown.
So that's the preface for
champion
me.
of the world, the Smasher, Kevin Smets. Smash.
There's our
Going,
boy.
everybody.
You are
There's our boy.
becoming a dominant force
What's the
in these
name of the movies?
exhibitions.
I
how
doubt
you
they're
feeling
asking
here
that,
today?
but I just want to make sure I know.
I've told you guys
Fellowship
since
of the
the beginning,
Ring,
never say
Twin
no to a
Towers, and
challenge,
Return of the
so
King.
knowing
Two
you have
Towers.
someone that used to be
Twin
called
Towers.
the
Two
Hobbit,
Towers.
who
It's
wrote
close enough.
all of the Middle-earth questions for the
No,
fans.
Twin Towers is something
Literally.
completely different.
That's something
I know.
don't want to shy
We don't
away
talk
from.
about
So
them.
I mean, look, I just went against
Why not?
Roka, Dan Merle, 2 of the goats. We got the D.
American
who's
history.
Well on
Come
his
on.
way to being one of the goats. We got
Yes,
I
Two
played
Towers
against Brad
and
Gilmore,
Return
who
of
wrote
the
a book
King.
on Back to the Future. So
Also,
overcoming that brings me
the
to
Hobbit
I have
movies.
Spider. I love you, bro. We've been running drills.
Oh, are those
all
a part
week.
of this too?
You're not missing. I'm not
I
missing.
think it's
So
Middle
we'll
Earth.
See what happens with the lights on now. And Bandit,
I
good to
hope-
see you on here. It's going to be fun to.
well, I
fun
don't
to
know.
test
I think
metal
the Lord of the
with
Rings.
So I'm excited.
Well, with that, we have the Bandit. We have the
We'll find
Spider,
out pretty
the
quick.
Demon and the Smasher. Seems like a Saturday morning cartoon. I forgot about it.
In The Hobbit.
All right,
Nope.
Mark, you ready to tell us
Battle
who
of
round
5
number one?
armies
I
and
certainly am,
Desolation
yeah.
of
All four of
Smog,
you guys
and then
get
the other
together
one.
and have their own
Smaug.
cereal. I mean,
Smaug.
it's
Smaug.
incredible to have so much talent into one stream, and that's what we have in front of us. So, the rules of round
Shout out
number
to
1. It works like a normal
voice
round
guy.
1 for the most part, with the exception that there's 6 questions in round number 1. Now, there's 6 movies in the Lord of the
Hey,
Rings
get some
franchise.
ketchup
You
while you're
probably
in
guessed
there.
What each category is. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question.
These are kinda
There's
dry.
no stealing in round number 1. If you get all 6 questions correctly, it's a perfect round, which we'll probably have a few of here today. If you get a perfect round,
exactly what I was
you'll
doing.
have a bonus
You didn't have to
question
shout
that
it.
is also worth 1
Wasn't
point.
actually
No
serious
penalty
about
for
the
missing
ketchup,
that.
but
I was, that's why I got up.
Each competitor
Look,
has
Whataburger
3
makes its own
usages
ketchup.
of the JTE
Is it
rule
spicy
throughout the
ketchup?
duration of
Nah,
the
that's just the regular
3-round
one.
match.
You failed.
If you're not sure you heard a question, you want to buy
We don't
yourself
have
more
spicy
time,
ketchup right
use
now.
a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge.
If I owned the
you can use
ketchup,
at
it's
any
spicy
point
ketchup.
throughout the 3-round match. Because
Hush
Ben's
your
actually
face.
here today, he can use that challenge whenever he wants to. Christian, let's get it on.
All right, well said, well said. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so with that...
Look, our performance
I
is not
asked
going to be entertaining. I've got to
Smasher,
entertain
are
some
you
other
ready?
way.
I'm ready.
Demon, are you ready?
Remind me to
I'm
put this
ready.
back during round 2.
Spider
This is
Smells
gonna
like
be tight.
ketchup.
Let's go.
and the Bandit.
Ketchup.
Death.
I was going to say that. That's good.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown. All right, guys, here
Happiness.
we go. Here we go. Lord of the Rings Championship. 6 questions. In Fellowship of the Ring. That is the question. That is the
Left-handed.
first topic. Fellowship of the Ring. At the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring, which birthday is Bilbo Baggins celebrating?
There's a good onion ring.
All right, Christian. Big shout out to our writers, too, who really cobbled this match together kind of last second. So thanks to everybody who worked hard on this behind the scenes.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
Got the bad marker.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We start.
I'm really
with
glad I got one right
Smasher.
off the bat.
Shout out to Brienne. That's her eraser, and I'm wearing her socks. The 111th birthday.
That is correct. Alex Damon.
111st or 111th.
That is correct. Spider.
111.
Yes. And Ben Goddard.
111.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm proud
so
of my
we
answer.
got
I got it right.
Yeah.
1 second.
Nope.
I have a new thing of markers. I'm gonna grab it real quick.
Old
Sorry.
teen.
I thought that.
He's old teen years old.
Challenge. There might be.
This would look better if I had the right marker off the beginning.
This is my quick quotes quill. Oh wait, sorry, wrong franchise. Wrong franchise.
Let me cap this
All
one.
right, we all good to go? Then we will continue with your second question in round number 1, and that is from.
Should turn us into drinking game, and for every answer we get wrong, we take a drink.
No.
I can't hear
And
it.
the question:
Smile.
Who voices the character of Smaug?
Yay! The only points I'm gonna get the entire
Did I
match.
hear Smets correctly where he said he's wearing a pair of Brienne socks?
I really want to make a joke on this one.
That's sure.
It has her face on it. Long story.
Yeah.
Just like,
I've worn on my 3 exhibition matches. so
4,
that's fine.
3, please. 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Alex Damon.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes. Robert Parker.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ben Goddard.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
And Socks.
Oh, come on.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
All right, so
Benedict
we're all tied up
Cumberbund.
here at 2.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Right now.
What'd you say?
We have
Benedict
Kevin
Cumberbatch.
Smets with 2.
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr. Everybody.
Anyone get that reference?
Unexpected Journey.
No one got
What
that reference. I
does
bet.
Gandalf do to
Unexpected
alert
Journey.
the dwarves where Bilbo lives in An Unexpected Journey?
What does Gandalf do to
little
alert the
wizard behind the
dwarves
curtain
where
here, Christian.
Bilbo
It's true
lives
that we would've
in
kicked any
an
of the competitors
unexpected
out
journey?
if they missed question number 2 in round number 1. We just would have dropped them from the stream entirely.
That's right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with the Spider.
He puts a mark on the door.
That is correct. Ben Goddard.
Leaves a mark on his door.
Yes, Smets.
I think I got it wrong.
Uses staff to mark the door. He uses a mark on the door.
Fine. And Demon.
Carves a rune onto the front door.
That's fine. All right. So
Throws
now
a massive
we have
kegger.
3 apiece, Mark.
I was
3
going
apiece
with
to get
sports
to
booty
question
slaps
four.
all
They
around.
all answered it differently, but they're all
I mean,
correct.
that could
I
happen
mean,
at the massive kegger.
The nerdery is a
That's the one I want to go
so
to.
far.
Fine.
And
Where's the?
continues
Yeah.
With your next category.
Where's the
Behind
hobbits
curtain
live on
there,
this?
Mark, just a little behind the curtain. I already texted our writers and I said, be prepared. This might go to sudden death.
Yeah,
they're all tied up
we
right
might
now.
need
Pretty good.
to text some of the competitors to just
Hey,
take
we're
a
tied up
dive
too.
So we can get out of this thing on time.
Not with them.
Your next category.
That
a
gap is only
returning
gonna get wider.
king. And the question is, what is the name of the hobbit who is with Smeagol at the beginning of Return of the King?
Oh.
Oh, very interesting.
See if that trips people up. You know what, Christian? We should just make up questions that don't exist in the movies just to fool these guys. Name the horse that rides the spirit at the beginning of Battle of the Five Armies.
5, 4, 3.
There's about 2 seconds where I'm actually trying, and then the rest of the time I'm spending
1.
trying to figure out
Pens
something
down,
funny.
and we
Yeah, I'm
start
like, I'm gonna stop
with-
kidding myself.
Deagle.
Yes, that is right. Smets.
Eagle.
Yes.
His name's Deagle.
Deagle.
And Robert Parker.
What's that tickle in my left?
Ooh, that was good.
Really good.
That would be Smeagol's friend.
I was gonna go with GoPro.
Oh, why
We're
GoPro?
going
Kind of
to
sounds
get
like
to
Frodo.
question number
It's like another
5.
Hobbit. One
Five.
of the little guys.
5 out of 6 with potential bonus.
Don't call them little guys. That's offensive.
Battle of the Five Armies.
They're little guys.
Who plays Dane II Ironfoot in the Battle of Five Armies?
Christian, trivia question for you. Name another movie that features a character named Deagle.
Gremlins.
Very Deagle.
Yep.
Should I shoot her out the window? Just go for it.
all
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and smash.
Billy Connolly.
Yes, it is. And Demon.
Billy Connolly.
Spider.
Billy Connolly.
And Bandit.
Some of the worst CGI, Billy Connolly.
I just learned that Billy Connolly was in this movie.
Absolutely right. All right, you guys.
I,
So
however, did not
where we stand
play
right now.
Dane's
This is just question round number
No,
1.
it was
At the end
Dane
of this
2 to
one,
Hun.
I'm pretty sure all of you are going to be answering a bonus question.
He was in
So,
Chronicle also.
You ready for that? Here's your 5th question.
This comes from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And the query is, what does Gimli ask Aragorn to do, but promise not to tell the elf about in The Two Towers?
Love this
Christian, have you gotten any of these questions? I got the Benedict Cumberbatch one, and that's it.
I would have had. No, I'm lying. I would have gotten one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Alex Damon.
Toss me.
Yes. And Spider.
You'll have to toss me.
Yep. And Ben.
Toss him.
And Smash.
Toss him.
Okay.
That would
so they
be
all
cheat
have a
on
perfect-
Gimli's hairy wife.
Perfect round thus
Orlando
far, and they're
Bloom
all
was
gonna
the
get
name
a
of the
bonus
elf.
mark. So the way it works is that
The
you all
actor.
have to write
That's
it
a
down
true
because
statement.
You all got it. So you're all
I
gonna
mean,
write it
I'm
down
out here
the same
answering
exact
questions
way.
correctly that they
Write
didn't
down
ask.
the answers the same way you have been for the
I'm going to
previous
give myself a
questions.
point for that.
You all ready?
It's the only way I get
Just
points.
hold on to that point. It might come
There it
back
is.
later.
Yeah.
In Fellowship of the Ring, Gandalf calls Pippin what insulting term after Pippin accidentally makes noise in the mines of Moria?
They're all writing it down like they know the answer, and it's. I didn't even understand the question.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we start now with Robert Parker.
Fool of a took. Throw yourself next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Yes. The Bandit.
Fool of a took.
Fool of a took. Took the entire
I remember hearing that.
Smash.
I don't condone bowling, but it's full of a took.
Yes. And Demon.
Fool of a toque.
So
I'm not allowed to say this word on this channel, but I did edit it.
We might as well start it with 0.
Sort of.
Just turn it off. Just
It's,
you all get the belt.
Onion ring.
I already told. I'm telling you, I am really concerned about the amount of questions. As we, what I'm going to also try to do is, Mark, there's a very good possibility. Should we not have questions at the end? That we're going to have to tear
Is it
into
good
the
with the
actual
ketchup?
document of the
I
Lord
like
of
it.
the Rings. So that's something to be.
Yeah. Or we just, let everybody have the win and enjoy it.
That's not working.
We'll figure something out. In the meantime, let's move on to round number 2. And the rules of round number 2 are as follows. There is a wheel that is lurking inside my head. So the way you spin it is you
Should
just
go
give
put the
me a
ketchup
number
up.
from 1 to 10. There's no spinners or opponent's choice today. I will give you the categories that you might be spinning before the first spinner decides to use that. Now, what you have is if you spin a category and you don't like it, you can ask me for a respin. You get 1 each, and then once we settle on a category, you get 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. There is. You can
That is
steal,
one
and
solid
maybe that's
point
how
in
we
round
avoid
1.
Sudden death overtime.
One for
Stealing is
one.
available in
In case
round
anyone's
number 2.
wondering,
So if I ask you a question,
yeah, I'm
should
double
answer,
dipping
ask
my
me
onion
multiple
rings in the
choice,
ketchup.
before it-
Well, I'm done with that
which
ketchup.
is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So I am looking at the leaderboard.
Did you at least
I see
dip it on the
7s
side you haven't
all
bitten
around.
into
So
yet?
who
Go
do
in
you
order.
spin
No.
to first?
I would go in order.
What is
of how
wrong
we
with
announced
you?
them. So we start with Kevin Smets.
You're a
can go
monster.
first Or defer.
So I get to go first. Let's
You
do
gonna
it.
go first? All right,
Yeah.
Kevin, you go first.
Okay, Kevin, I'm going to give you, just so you know what
Go
you're
ahead.
looking at as far as the wheel
Cancel
is
me.
concerned. This is
Yeah.
not any particular
I wanna
order,
see it.
but the wheel slices are the 6 movies in the franchise. We also have Lord of the Rings 1978.
Come at me.
We also have
I've
Heroes,
literally got nothing.
Villains, and Who
I've got
Said It,
nothing.
which is the quote.
Okay. I'll start with number 7.
All right, you have spun the 2 towers.
I guess we're done with whiteboards.
Oh yeah. Now we gotta not write
Let's
down
go. Let's
funny
do 2 towers.
things.
All right.
It's okay. I was already doing that
As
in
it
round
is.
1.
1 point.
You
My
wanna ask
pen like he's gonna miss anything.
I can ask. All right, Kevin, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, the 2 towers. In the 2 towers, Sam states, "No one at home will ever believe this." After spying what creature, which he assumed was mythical.
Unicorn.
Oliphant.
For 2 points, Kevin Smith.
It was close.
A
I
what?
would have gone with Thumackill, but whatever.
Timothy.
What did we say?
Timothy
Mark,
Oliphant.
Sorry, 4 questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
4 questions, yeah.
I didn't think he was real
All right,
either.
question number 2.
He's not.
I watched Gone 60
Sam
Seconds completely.
reveals to
Sure.
Faramir that Boromir tried to take the ring while he and Faramir are in what city?
Las
Angeles.
Vegas. We were close.
2 sides of the same coin, guys.
Osgiliath.
2 more points.
They're
2
brothers.
more points.
I mean,
All right, Kevin Smith.
yes, I'm his brother,
Missed
not
the
Alex
question in
Damon's.
a long time.
Shut up.
All right. What is the name of Eomir's father?
Eomir Senior.
I was about to say that too.
Eormund.
Yes, it is. All right. fourth and final question.
For those of you at home thinking that we're not even
In
trying,
the two
we're
towers,
not.
When Merry is reminding Pippin of old stories of trees coming alive, what forest from the Shire did he reference?
The one with the talking trees that come alive?
Viridian Forest.
Viridian. That's Star Trek.
I think I know it. I'm gonna go multiple choice.
You're an idiot.
A.
That is Star
Brandywine
Trek.
Forest, B. Buckland Forest, C. West March Forest, or D.
The Viridian
Old
system?
Forest?
Buckland.
1 point.
It was in Star Trek Generations.
It,
They were on Viridian 3 at the end of the movie.
I'm kind of with you on this one, Parker.
I was
I
referencing
think it's the
Pokemon,
old
but okay.
forest on the
Oh,
borders
I don't
of
know
Buckland. It's
Pokemon.
not Buckland
Yeah.
Forest.
I know something
Yeah,
respectable that
I'm
won't get me beat
They're
up in
challenging.
school.
Shut up.
It's the old forest on the borders of Buckland.
But if it's on the
But it's still in the Buckland Forest. This is sorry. This exhibition match. No, we're not playing into it. It's,
That's
yeah.
come on,
Give the
Parker.
writers- This is give the writers a break more than it is even.
yeah.
I think we probably would have ruled it that way in a real match anyway, that it's on the border, but it still counts as Buckland Forest.
Yeah, because it's still in the forest.
That's right.
All right, so that's fine.
Lose your challenges.
So Kevin Smets now sees himself. He did though, even though Mark
He did
got
fantastic.
everything right.
It's a mortal wound.
He-
He might as well leave.
it's risky. It was a risky move to go to multiple choice because the gents here have a shot. So now we get to Alex Damon. Alex,
Yeah.
would you like to go or would you like to defer?
I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go. Okay.
How many topics are left on the wheel?
9. So what I still need you to do, because I switch up the order of everything.
I just wanted to know so I knew which multi-sided dice to use. In true nerd fashion, 2.
You spun 2, which means that you spun Lord of the Rings.
Is he using one of those luck
1978.
cubes from
And
Phantom Menace? Probably.
3.
They have a more proper
All
name,
right,
but
you have spun
I don't know it.
Who
Alex
Said It,
Damon
which
does.
is the quotable category.
Okay.
Chance cube, chance dice.
All right, Alex, I'll be asking you your questions. I did catch you playing a little bit of D&D the other night on your stream.
You may have won the small toss, outsider.
Yeah.
And your question.
Why are you waving
First
your
one,
head like a
4 for 2
Jedi?
points.
I am Tordarian.
Which
My tricks do not work
character
on
said,
me.
No, I will not die like this, cowering, clawing. for
Sean
breath."
Bean.
Sean Bean. Boromir. I know that one. Sean Bean was Boromir. I mean,
5.
Sean Bean has to die. He might as well say something like
3.
that.
Repeat.
Can do that. Which character said, "No, I will not die like this, cowering, clawing for breath"?
Parker already
Thorin.
knows.
2 points.
2 points. Big.
I don't think he said Boromir.
Yeah, it didn't sound like it.
I have no idea what he said.
Definitely didn't say Sean Bean either.
No.
All right, Alex, for 2 more points. Which of the dwarves in Thorin's company said, "Flash of light, searing pain, then poof, you're nothing more than a pile of ash"?
David Copperfield?
That is correct.
I would. Yeah, that's correct. I would imagine he didn't say Boromir because they weren't.
So now
They're
we
talking
have
about the Hobbit
Alex
movies.
Damon
Oh.
pulls up with 11
Was Boromir
points,
not in those?
trying
I would
to get
assume not.
one behind
It was before he
on,
died.
On Smets.
Completely plausible he was alive during those.
Bilbo was a young man.
All right, your penultimate question.
So were you.
In quotes.
Math, man,
Lord of the
math.
Rings.
I
In
was
the
told
Two
it was not
Towers,
math.
Sam and Smeagol discuss food while Sam cooks rabbits. How does Smeagol say he prefers
Raw.
his fish?
Potatoes.
Raw and wriggling.
Very gross.
I mean, I figured Smeagol likes his fish raw. 'cause
I like
Right,
Say it
potatoes.
like that, too.
I remember seeing him eating
So
raw
now,
fish at some
Alex
point.
Damon, should he hit a 2-pointer?
I really
he'll
need to watch these movies
jump
again.
ahead of Kevin Smets. But if he goes to multiple choice, he'll tie it. Or if he misses, he's going to be in big trouble. He's waiting to trounce. All right, here we go.
All right, one more question for you, Alex, in round 2 that I'll be uttering into my disco ball, and that is, finish the quote. In Return of the King, when Sam attacks the orcs in Cirith Ungol, he cries, "And that's for my old what?"
Gaffer.
Yes,
Jar
it
of
is.
mayonnaise.
So now Alex Damon takes the lead. He is now one
Granddad?
ahead of Kevin Smets. It is 15-14, and now Robert
And the stripper
Parker
granny.
has the opportunity to go.
Really?
Or he can defer
I mean,
to the bandit.
What?
I'm gonna defer.
I know. Just
You're gonna
eat
defer.
onion rings
All
and
right,
shut
so
up.
now Ben Goddard will be going here. Ben, please choose a number.
Is it still
You could
between
also
1
try
and 12
Just Shut Up.
or
1 in 10, please.
1 and 10. Sorry.
That works too.
I'll pick 7.
You pick 7,
It was a bit crispy.
which means you spun Middle Earth location.
Ooh.
Oh, I'll be really good at this one.
Excuse me.
Let's try it.
It's in Middle Earth.
I was reading from a different round. You spun
It's in the
7, which means
very
you
center of
spun
the
Battle
planet.
of the 5 armies.
Oh, the 5 armies. Okay.
Also, really good at this one.
Not the top Earth or the bottom
You
Earth.
confused me there, Mark.
It's the Middle
And
Earth.
it's
I
not
was
the
gonna
Battle
say,
of the
I
Four
remember hearing
Armies.
That is
Look.
the options.
I'm casting spells like Boromir.
Category 13 shows Carrot Top performances in Vegas.
Which I've been
I'll
to,
take
the
that.
MGM Grand.
You know what? I'll stick with it.
Battle of the 5 armies it is. All right. Ben Goddard, you got 4 questions. And Battle of the 5 armies, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What happens to Bilbo before going into battle at the end of the film?
He pees his pants.
Somebody slaps him in the face with a fish.
What happens to Bilbo?
I think it's actually both.
The battle at the end of the film?
Fish and then the pants.
That's so vague.
I mean, we were able to get it. Come on, Ben.
I mean,
Jeez.
I'm Bandit.
Come on, Bandit.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
What happens to Bilbo right before going into battle at the end of the film?
He gets knocked unconscious.
By a fish.
Correct for 2 points. So vague or not?
and typically when you get knocked unconscious, you pee yourself.
Pee your
Don't
pants.
feel
I
that's a
mean,
big question. You
We
got
got it, guys.
Yeah.
Nailed that one.
What
Yeah, I'm
giant
taking this.
creature emerges from the ground, freeing
2 points.
Azog's army in Battle of the 5 Armies?
The wereworms.
Yes, for 2 more
Be your
points.
mom.
Isn't that like werewolves, except they're worms?
We have the same mom.
Assume so. All right.
If only.
Question 3.
My point stands.
What location does
Aw.
Smaug set on fire in the opening scenes of The Hobbit: Battle of the 5
The
Armies?
entire world.
Lake Town.
That's who to
2
blame
more
right now.
points. All right. So Ben, in order to tie
Does it take place in 2020?
Alex Damon,
Heyo.
gotta answer this question right for a 2-pointer.
Yikes.
Or you can tie Smets with multiple choice. Here you go. In the Battle of the 5 Armies, what causes Thorin to become enraged and nearly kill Bilbo before the big battle?
Because Bilbo hit him with the fish first.
Bilbo gives Bard the Arkenstone.
That is correct. All right, so
He had
Ben
Viagra more than
Goddard
4 hours
also
ago.
not
Arkenstone is a
missing
type of
question.
fish.
Here's the score. Kevin Smets, 14. Alex Damon, 15. Robert Parker with 7. And Ben Goddard, 15. So Robert Parker is now on the board here. Here we go. Mark. Robert, what do you got?
1 through 9 now, yes?
No, it's still 1 through 10 because I switch up the order.
Oh,
every
sorry.
time.
Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Alright, let's go 4.
All right, you said 4, which means that you have spun Lord of the Rings 1978.
Wow.
I watched it, but I'm better.
So we were wondering if they were
let's
going to do the
go
Hobbit
to-
movies. They're doing the
Let's go to 8.
Yeah.
the Ralph
You have spun
Bashki
The
movies.
Desolation of Smaug.
Much better.
Smauging it up.
Yeah. Gotta go ahead and respin on
every
the.
day.
The Ralph Bashki
Christian,
movies.
We got a
Yeah.
bathroom break right now. He's gonna get these.
Let's skip
I don't know
those.
that you've ever had a more dad line than like a dad walking in and their kid is watching Lord of the
Like,
Rings.
can you
Like,
ask
it's
questions
Smauging
of that
it
in
up.
the Inner Geekdom? Because if that's the case, I
Reminded
never
me-
want to try Inner
reminded me
Geekdom.
of
No.
what's his face? Rob Schneider and the paper, the copy guy thing. Smauging it
Making
up.
copies.
No.
Ow.
Tuesday.
Smauginator.
Leslie, watching the Smauginator.
All right, here we go.
I love
Parker's
what's
up.
happening.
All right, Robert, your question in Desolation of Smaug. Drag on your question. First of 4 is, for 2 points, the movie begins with the party being pursued by Azog and the orcs. Bilbo soon notices another animal tracking the party. What kind of animal is it?
It's a fish.
The tortoise.
That's where the fish came from.
Bear.
Yes, it is.
Robert Parker
Stand by my
now
statement.
gets himself within, well, he's got 9 points. So can
Are
he
you having
go
fish for
perfect,
dinner?
Then really put
Actually,
the
am.
pressure on the smash.
Oh. That's what I
All
thought.
right, Robert, you
That's
got
not even a
3 more
joke. I have
questions
fish in the
to do
fridge. I'm
just
gonna eat
that
it
before
for
we move
dinner.
into round number 3. Your next question.
What are you eating with the fish?
Legolas tells Tauriel that she can not hunt. How many orcs on her own?
3.
30.
That's a full errand to even hunt 1 orc, in my opinion. And that is correct.
I was pretty close. Just add a 0. Broccoli and macaroni and
Halfway
cheese.
through your penultimate
And onion
question
rings?
in the world of Desolation of Smaug.
No, those are almost gone.
Bilbo begins to understand the dark power the ring has over him when he brutally kills what type of creature to retrieve it?
A baby spider.
Just like you.
Hey.
Screw you,
That's
Mark.
2 more points, Robert, and you're 2 away from
That's what I imagine
sharing
he's
the lead
thinking.
going into round number 3. And your last question. How many Oscars was Desolation of Smaug
An entire 2.
nominated for? You
Yeah,
don't need
I
to
was
tell me
saying,
what
I
the
think it was
categories
2,
are, just
actually.
need the number of Oscars.
What's that?
3.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I said that
So,
earlier,
look
right?
at this.
You heard me say 3 earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Is pitching a
Make that
perfect
your
game,
third
however,
point.
it leaves multiple choice, and he
Three
finds
points,
himself
guys.
down
Yeah.
1.
Nailing
You're
it.
Mets,
dominating
14.
this.
Everybody else with a big 15, they have
Face that
not
once. Don't use
missed
that for
a
the thumbnail.
question
Good
mark.
lord.
This is incredible as we get into the final round here. Well, it's
What are
not
we
the
at, right
final
before
round.
round
It's
3?
supposed to be the final
Okay.
round.
Son of a-
Reed, what do you think?
We will see what happens in round number 3 because look, once
I can tell you exactly what's going to happen in round number 3. They're going to get questions correct, and we're not.
We're not.
We ask in any match, so we'll see what the future
Trust
holds
us,
for each one
any
these
of them that we
four
can
very
actually
talented
answer,
Lord of the Rings fan
we will.
individuals. In round number 3,
They just haven't
we
asked any
need
of those
a series
questions.
numbers from each of you.
Except for the
These
one
numbers can
at the
range
beginning.
From 1 to 12. Each one of you gives me 3 numbers within.
But let it be known I am
12.
leading you
Each
right now.
number corresponds to a
I've got
different
3 points and
corner
you
of
have 2.
Lord of the Rings know-how. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. The last one is worth 5
If
points.
Christian ever comes up to
And I
us and
think
asks
we
which
will
one of us
get
is
there.
good at Lord of the
So
Rings
what
questions.
we need is each one of you to give me those numbers now, starting with the leader.
I'm gonna
And
point to
judging
you.
by the way we
Maybe at some point I'll watch those
everyone,
movies again.
that
I'm going
would
to point to
be-
you, and
Is that
Smets is going to
Damon,
laugh at
Christian?
you.
That'll be Damon, yeah.
All right.
And
what
I
do
will
you
be
got
watching
for
the
me?
Hobbit
What are your
movies
lucky
here
3 numbers
soonish.
from 1 to
I
12?
will take 3,
think.
7, and 9.
3, 7, and 9. And now we
I
get
probably
to
will not.
Parker.
Well, I'd at least like to be able to answer some questions from them.
8, 1.
They were movies.
8, 1, and 4. Ben Goddard.
I'll do 10, 2, and 5.
10, 2, and
It's
5.
all in a ploy
and
just to try to
finally,
be able to keep up
Smets.
somewhat with
I've
the
decided
IG
that I will do
games
6,
that we
11, and
react
12,
to.
Please, those are my choices.
That makes sense. That makes
That's
sense.
why I did like
All right,
popular
well, so
good
Kevin, you're
movies
gonna-
that
because
I should have
strange enough,
watched,
You are,
like Star Trek.
The one with the whales?
Not winning.
That was actually really good.
You are going to start with category number 6 for 2 points. And here we go. Category number 6.
He's just talking about hobbits, guys. He's not talking about the original Lord of the Rings
Creatures.
trilogy.
Creatures is what I have. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys.
Orcs,
Urukai,
Is creatures. Okay.
goblins,
your mom.
In the Two Towers,
Oof.
on the way to Helm's Deep, the refugees were attacked by orcs riding what?
orc horses,
Rontos,
Wargs.
Yes,
Dewbacks.
That's right. Devin
I'm in the
Smith,
lead
Tauntauns.
you're in the lead.
I thought they
For
smelled
how
bad on the
You know.
outside.
They're gonna hold me.
wampas.
Alex Damon, excuse me, not Alex Damon, but now Ben Goddard.
I think
will
you
go.
got some Star Wars in my Lord of the Rings.
So Mark, Ben chose category 10.
He did, Christian, and that corresponds to his 2-point question, which is actors and actresses.
Hey, that's been our sound
Like,
effect
it's
this
gonna be
entire
2
match. I mean,
Yeah.
And that question: in which of the Hobbit films do we get a cameo from Elijah
The
Wood
last
as
one.
be
Frodo?
Back to the Future 2.
The last Hobbit
An
film.
unexpected journey.
He's the
Desolation of
little-
Smaug.
Correct. for
He's
2
the
points.
little Frodo wanting to
I
play.
really wish I knew if I got that one correct.
Ben
Thanks for this
Goddard
stupid
now
Back to the
finds
Future
himself
joke.
in the lead as we now jump on over to Robert Parker. Robert
You can
Parker
rewatch
chose
this later
category number
and
8,
then react to it again.
I won't.
and that's Heroes. Heroes. Okay, Robert, here we go.
There goes
Category
my Frodo.
Who
He's
is the
ordinary.
first of the Fellowship to volunteer to accompany Frodo
Gandalf.
in Fellowship of the Ring?
Sam.
Gandalf.
Correct for 2 more points. Robert
I got
Parker,
one.
Sam didn't volunteer.
17, and now finally Alex Damon. Alex Damon will now get his 2-pointer mark, and that
This is a really good
was
match, though.
category.
That's right, Christian. That corresponds to.
Like, we're joking around, but let's be honest. We are
Alex, how do you feel
watching,
about that
and this
one?
is a dang good match.
Yeah.
All right. For 2 points, in Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, name one of the 2
Mordor.
locations where the titular
Helm's
towers
Deep.
were located.
Isengard.
Isengard.
You said Isengard? Mm-hmm. That is correct for 2 points.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. They're
Alex
taking the
Damon
hobbits to Isengard. They're taking
At
the
17.
hobbits to Isengard.
So now we go to Kevin
Be on the
Smets,
internet more.
who
Jeez.
needs to hit his 3-pointer. Kevin, you chose category
When did you take a
11.
bite of that one?
I've been
Now
picking
you
at
got
it.
11, Kevin, was weapons and items. Weapons and items.
Okay.
It was a bow and arrow.
What?
Or a sword.
What is the elven name for Kingsfoil, the weed that Aragorn sends Sam to find to help treat Frodo's wound?
The weed that...
Philas.
Yes.
I was going to call it the
Points.
sticky,
Kevin
icky,
Smets
icky.
now.
Electric
19
lettuce.
points. And now we get to Ben
No,
Goddard.
leave it alone. It's
Helm's
done.
Deep
Ben
Kush.
Goddard chose category 2.
That's right, Christian. You chose number 2, and interesting to note, Kevin Smets is up
Mordor
19 to
Jane.
17, which is the same score that UCLA won in Back to the Future 2.
That's true.
Kevin won, yeah.
All right. Let's see, Ben, for number 10. 10 was your 2-point. 2 was your 3-point question, and your 3-pointer
What?
corresponds to Return of the King. Hopefully that's better than actors and actresses for you. And your
I just know
question
I'm
is...
getting a 78 for my 5-pointer. I know I'm getting the 78 for my 5-pointer.
Someone's got to take it, right?
What is the name of the path that leads to Shelob's lair in Return of the King?
Kirith Ungol.
Duh.
The Highway to Hell.
Kirith Ungol.
So
I
Ben
liked her
Goddard
in
now
the
takes
Star
the
Wars
lead.
movies.
Highway to the Danger
But
Zone.
Robert Parker,
She
right
was like
on his heels
Padme's,
here,
like,
has to get this
decoy.
3-pointer.
Kirith
to
Ungol?
give himself 20
No.
points. Oops, sorry, hold on a second, guys. Sorry, Robert.
taking that
You chose category number 1, Robert. Category number 1, you chose the 2 towers. All right, here you go, Robert. What is the name of the capital city of Rohan?
Edoras.
Yes, it is.
Rohan, D.C.
This is getting scary. All right. So now we
Would've been
have
funnier if I answered
Robert
before
Parker
him.
with 20.
Rohan
Ben
Apocalypse.
Goddard with 20.
Nope.
Alex Damon
Nope.
now has a chance to tie it.
Would have been funny if you
That's
answered
right.
before me.
Rohan Bill.
He chose number 7.
He's still going, guys.
And that corresponds to the Desolation of Smaug.
Smaug.
And that query is, to tie the lead, in the Desolation of Smaug, which dwarf becomes gravely ill after an orc shoots him with a poisoned arrow?
The sick one.
We are tied at the top. It's a 3-way tie. 20, 20, 20, and Kevin Smith right there at 19
Ghibli?
points, Christian.
Yeah, this is the
Ghibli.
crazy thing though right now.
Like the studio.
Kevin Smets has category number 12. Category number 12 is Fellowship of the
That was
Ring.
like Geely, like the really
Now,
bad
no.
Jennifer
Kevin
Lopez
hits
Ben
this.
Affleck movie.
No one
If
talks
Kevin
about
hits
that.
this, he's in the lead. If he misses it, because he's down 1 point to everyone else, he is eliminated. So Kevin, in order to take the
champion.
lead, and then hope somebody else misses. Hope they all miss.
Yeah.
Here is the final question.
That's-
Category 12.
That's a hard position to be
Fellowship
in.
of the Ring.
'Cause
Wallen.
Everyone else has been perfect this entire time.
Before Merry, Pippin and Sam interrupt the Council of Elrond. How many total attendees are there at the secret
14.
meeting?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are we talking extras too? Oh, jeez.
There's 9.
Sorry, repeat the question.
First one. Before Merry, Pippin and Sam interrupt the Council of Elrond. How many total attendees are there at the secret meeting?
Maybe 12. 14. I'm going 14.
There's 9.
There's other people standing there.
5.
19?
And with that, Kevin Smets has been eliminated. 20.
Oh, wait. I thought there were 22 seats. Oh, I'm wrong. Well, I was going to miss out on the overtime anyway. That's
Wow. So the first time, he's human, folks. All right,
Wow.
Kevin.
Wow.
For now.
Bye,
So
Kevin.
this is it. This is what we have right now. It's a battle.
Can I just live in this moment that I actually beat Smets at movie trivia? I think this will only happen once in my life, so give me just 2 seconds.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, look, you're also competing with the Star Wars champ and the rookie sensation of the Spy.
Yeah.
Can you do it? We're gonna find out really, really soon here. Because
Yeah, if
my
Goddard
friend,
wins
you
this-
are up with your 5-pointer.
Here it comes.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
He chose category 5, Mark.
That's right, and that corresponds, Ben,
You have to
the
expect that
world
Parker
of
wins
villains.
this at this point, though.
Okay.
And your question for 5 points and the lead for now to secure yourself at least a slot in sudden death should we go that far. Actor Lawrence McCord played 3 different villains in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oof.
Name 2 of the characters he played.
He
I'm
played
gonna give you the
Uncle
spelling
and
on the
Clippy.
last name. It's Makoare. McCore is how I pronounced it.
15 seconds.
Next time we-
starting now.
Talk to Ellis. I'm gonna let him give you some comedy lessons.
Why?
5,
Cause you need
4,
them.
3.
Repeat, please.
First one.
Actor Lawrence McCore played 3
This is a
different
silly thing
villains
to
in the
say.
Lord of the Rings trilogy. Name
Example
2
B.
of the characters he played.
Five, 4.
Oh, I've got literally
Repeat,
nothing.
please.
Second one.
Actor Lawrence McCore played 3 different villains in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Name 2 of the characters he played.
Sauron.
I'll go with
5.
Don't have
4.
2 others.
Lurtz and Sauron.
And with that, Ben Goddard has been eliminated, looking for either Lurtz, the Yukari, Witch King, and Gothmog, the Orc. in
So the one other.
Okay.
I was gonna say
All right,
Gothmog
so
actually.
Ben Goddard.
Were you really?
Ben Goddard.
No.
Hell of a appearance there, Ben.
But you have to question
gotta,
that.
Gotta let you go there.
Well, no, he's still in it.
Oh no, you're right.
He's still alive.
You're still in it. That's right. I'm sorry. You're not eliminated yet. You gotta wait. If one of your opponents, that's right. Hold on. So because Ben Goddard missed, he's still in it because it's tied. However, Robert Parker is on the board. If Robert Parker hits his 5-pointer, then Ben Goddard is eliminated. If he doesn't, well then Alex Damon could win the whole thing and hit his 5. But we're gonna find out right now because Robert Parker chose category number 4. All right, Robert.
All on the
chose
5
category
pointers.
4. An unexpected journey.
That's so good.
Unexpected journey is your category. Here you go. What is Gollum's 3-word incorrect final answer to Bilbo's riddle? What have I got in my pocket?
Oh, we could spend all day with this one.
Hans's knife, and then his last guess is 2 ones, and he goes string or nothing.
We would have just accepted string or nothing, but yes, string or nothing is correct. So absolutely, Robert Parker has hit his 5-pointer, and with that,
It's a perfect game,
Game,
right?
y'all.
I think so.
eliminated. All right,
Yeah,
so where we see each other, where we see the score right now, Mark,
He
very, very,
he didn't go
very,
to
very
multiple choice,
interesting
did he?
indeed, because Robert Parker has 25 points. He's not missed a question this entire thing, but neither is
Oh, no.
Alex Damon.
No.
If Alex Damon hits it, we go to sudden death. But if he misses,
No, it's been a literal perfect
then
game this
Robert
entire time.
Parker is the Lord of the Rings champion in this exhibition.
He is the
match.
Lord of the
All right,
Rings.
Mark, please ask away.
It's mine.
Mr. Damon. We're far, far away from Star Wars, but we're neck deep in Middle Earth. And your question
Helm's
for 5
Deep
points to
in
tie
Middle-earth.
the spider is in the Battle of the 5 Armies.
Why do I keep asking Hobbit movies? I still
And
haven't
your
seen those
question.
yet.
Who kills the leader of the orc armies?
Smoke.
The orc leader killer.
This feels like a trick question.
5, 4,
About to knock you out.
3.
Mama said not to do that.
Repeat.
No, she said to
First
do
one?
that. Mama said knock
Who,
you out.
second one.
I heard Mama. She said not to do that.
who kills the leader of the orc armies?
Thorin.
going to
We're going to sudden death.
So he starts to go, and he's like, "You're going to
We're
sudden
going
death."
to sudden death. So, ladies and
Nice little
gentlemen,
bait and
Alex
switch.
Damon, Robert Parker are
Wow.
going to sudden death. Alex Damon, the Star Wars champion. Robert Parker, the new kid on
Who's
the
gonna
block.
bleed?
And here we go. Mark,
Who's gonna
how does
sneeze? Who's
sudden
gonna get
death
cut
work, my
first?
friend?
Who's gonna do
Sudden death
any
is
of
gonna
the
feel a lot like round
analogies
number
that you
one,
use to
except the
figure out who
stakes have
misses the first
increased
question?
Dramatically. Either Christian or myself will ask a question. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in sudden death. Simply answer as best you can by writing down your best attempt at an answer on whatever tablet you're using with whatever writing instrument you prefer. And when we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone.
Yeah, I'm
That's
probably not
exactly
gonna
like
do that.
round number 1. Here's where it gets different. This is sudden
Write it
death.
down.
So
Yeah.
if both competitors miss the question, we move on. If both competitors get the question correct, we move on. But if one competitor gets the correct answer and the other does not, the correct answer
We move on.
is the champion of this Lord of the Rings exhibition match.
To the winner.
We have the demon and the spider. It is 25-25 as we get into this final round here, we think. All right. So let's start with
Could be the
question
final round.
Number 1. Here we go. Who drives the spirit of Sauron and Nazgul from High Fells of Rudar after Gandalf is rescued in the Battle of 5 Armies?
How many of those were actual words?
No idea if I said any of that right.
Yeah,
I think
see?
you did
That's
okay.
what I thought too.
I was worried.
That was pretty good.
Actually,
High
I
is the
actually thought
correct
you were going
word.
to see the question and then be like, all right, Mark, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
5,
I've seen that word
4,
before.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Alex Damon
Galadriel.
and Robert.
Galadriel.
Both correct. All right, 26 apiece. Excuse me.
Oh, will someone get this wrong?
Oh, settle in, guys.
All right,
Settle
next
in.
question, Mark.
It's a long
All
one.
right, gentlemen. What is the name of the field between Minas Tirith and Osgiliath, where a major battle takes place in Return of the King? See, that one stumps him, Christian. I don't want to root against either one of these guys. I like them so much.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Parker
Pelennor Fields.
and Alex.
Pelennor.
Eleanor works. Okay, so 27. Next question here, guys. Here it is. Mount Doom is located within which realm of Middle-earth?
Mordor. Look at my
Go ahead
third
and
one
give me
right.
The point right now.
Do you think Tolkien got a little lazy with Mount Doom?
Maybe. 5. Maybe it's before it was hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Start with Alex Damon
It's where the shadows lie. Mordor.
and Parker.
Mordor.
Yes. Okay, so if you're, we're not going to let you guys know if you're correct until both of you have answered, just to let
Wait.
you know.
Yeah.
All right,
Same thing.
Next question, Mark.
We're going to have to get into Led Zeppelin, Lord of the Rings themed songs here very soon. Your next question. What is the name of the white horse Gandalf rides throughout the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Oh, I know this actually. Hold on.
Christian, one gets the feeling we're just giving them free throw practice.
I know it, but I can't remember.
I know.
And it's not the writer's fault either. It's just these guys are really good.
I think it starts with an S. I think.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parker.
Shadowfax.
Yep.
Damon.
Shadowfax.
Shadowfax.
Both correct. All right, 29.
I distinctly
29,
remember knowing
29.
that one.
Who will fall first? Mark, we're going to be here for a long time.
Oh,
Mark, my
this is like
I
the
think that's the
Cushing
next one,
and
computer.
Oh,
Mara
sure it
sick
did.
match.
All right. Your next question. Actually, believe me, it's not that hard to pronounce these names. Gentlemen, for 1 point and to continue the match, from the Hobbit trilogy, name the 2 towns located near the Lonely Mountain.
Town A and Town B.
Need
You
both
should be a town namer. You are really good at that. You've got a gift, my friend.
All right. Counting you down here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you first, Spider.
Dale and Lake Town.
And Alex,
Dale and Lake Town.
they got them
That's
both.
exactly what I
All
said.
right.
Town
All
called
right, so
Dale.
after that, it is 30-30. Alex Damon, Robert Parker, neck and
Is
neck.
that town
Mark,
also a dude?
Next one.
Your next question.
Ah. Schmoedown humor for you.
What illness does Balin tell Bilbo Thorin is suffering from in the Battle of the 5 Armies?
Not the coronavirus.
It's being in a
We're gonna
bad
have to have,
movie.
Tolkien come back and ask some new
Alien.
questions here.
I don't think Tolkien would have gotten 30 points at this point.
5, 4,
itis.
3.
Itis. There it is.
Bad movie itis.
Bad movie itis.
Alex Damon
Dragon sickness.
and Parker.
I mean,
Fierce and Jealous Love, Dragon Sickness.
I mean, I had that
31
last
points.
weekend. I mean,
30
I feel like I wasn't that
points.
far off with that answer. Let's be honest.
just a shot of penicillin takes care of it. I
Alright,
mean,
Mark, 31. I have access here. Hold on a second. All right, guys, here's the next one. What
Christian sounds
does
defeated.
Bilbo take from Beorn's
I don't think
home
they had enough questions.
to bring back to the Shire so he can remember his adventures?
I'm going on an adventure.
Both have written their answers, and I feel that they are not stumped by this one either. And 5,
Please, somebody miss a question.
3, 2, 1. Pens down.
How many hairs are on the top
Damon?
of Bilbo's left foot?
Acorn.
And Robert?
That's what we're gonna have to come down to.
Acorn.
Correct. 32
Like-
points.
How many horns are on
32
Darth
points,
Maul's head?
Mark.
That's not Lord of the Rings. Answer
All
the
right,
question.
here we go, guys.
Just,
So, here we go.
just throw a Star Wars question in there.
In what
Turn them off
year
completely.
was Ralph Baskin's Lord of the Rings released in theaters?
1978.
I know this one.
5,
I don't know the other 31 or 32, but
2, 1. Pens down, please. And,
1978.
and Alex Damon.
1978.
Yes. What's the score right now?
I believe it's 32 to 32.
Oh, I had 32. It's 33, I think. 33, 33. All right,
Yeah.
Mark. You want me to ask the next one?
No, I got it.
All right.
All right. Your next question. What is the name of the horn that Gimli blows as the riders meet the Uruk-hai?
Ricola. That's an oldie but a goodie. May have
5,
even been from Middle Earth time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Parker.
The Horn of Helm Hammerhand.
Ugh,
And Damon.
that's a tongue twister.
The Horn of Helm Hammerhand.
34 points.
I was gonna call it
And
Debbie.
Mark, if you have to, Mark Ellis, for everybody who doesn't know, Mark has
Go
to
Harry.
host another match. And this, so you might jump off if this goes too long. I will ask the next question here. Here we
How
go.
about
Throw it.
In
One
the
of y'all throw
Fellowship
it.
of the Ring, spies of Saruman that look like black crows are spying on the Fellowship. Where does Legolas say they are from?
Again, Christian, you hate rooting against either one of these fellas. You know?
Didn't they edit the Black
if we
Crows
could,
out
we'd
when
be here all
they were
day because
determined to be
of
racist?
Amazing display of malice.
Isn't that Dumbo?
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Alex,
Dunland.
Parker.
Dunland.
For a second there, I thought he said Dumbo, and I was gonna like freak.
Your next question. Who plays the elf Lindir in An Unexpected Journey?
That's what's her face?
Elfie McElferface.
I hope both these guys got straight A's in school, Christian, because if they didn't,
We
they
gotta
should
end this
study
before we
harder
make
than
another
that,
joke.
Right.
As opposed to Lord
We're
of the
running
Rings.
on fumes
5,
here. What the?
4, 3, 2,
Joke's on you. That's how I
1.
do most of my
Pens
life.
down. And Alex Damon.
Brett McKenzie.
And Damon. Excuse me, Parker.
Brett McKenzie. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So now
Get
we see
to
ourselves
40.
with
Get
36
to
points.
40.
36 points. Here's the next question. What actor provided the voice of Legolas
Ooh, here it is.
in the 1978 theatrically released animated version of Lord of the Rings?
Ooh, do they know it?
John
You
Candy.
gave him a layup with what year did it come
That's-
out, but now the real Christian Harloff is showing himself.
That's where these questions they could lose it.
Forgot
Someone's
that's what
gonna
the
lose it on a
category is called.
1978
5,
question.
4, 3,
You asked it so confidently.
2. This is the one that's going to get him. 1. Points down. Pens down. And Damon.
C-3PO himself, Anthony Daniels.
And Parker.
Anthony Daniels.
And 37,
No.
37, Mark.
Next question.
Not
During
even that
the
one.
Battle of Helm's Deep, when Gimli and Legolas first
We need
start
to get a
keeping
comfier
track of their
couch.
kills, Gimli is at 2. What number is Legolas at?
5.
5, 4,
That wasn't an answer. I was just trying to get the countdown going.
1. And Parker.
17.
Alex.
17.
Find ourselves at 38. 38 points. Okay. Next one. There we go. According to the prologue in Fellowship of the Ring, how many years did Gollum have the One Ring until Bilbo
Have they
took
found the cure for coronavirus yet?
Stop saying that name.
If it makes you feel any better, Christian, all these questions would stump me.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damon
500.
and Parker.
500.
39. 39. Let's get to our next question, Mark.
All right.
Is this like the longest a sudden death has gone
Gentlemen,
now?
I
Yes.
need to provide the first and last names of Frodo's 3 Hobbit companions.
Samwise Gamgee,
in the
Pippin
Fellowship of
Took,
the Ring. So we'll
and
give you a little
Mary.
more time than 15 seconds because we need you to write down the first and last. All 3.
Brandy-
of the companions.
Brandy Wire? Brandy Wire?
Brandy Buck.
Brandy Book.
Why did I know those? I knew those questions. I knew that answer. Why did I know that one?
Because you've seen those movies.
4.
Well, they don't go around calling by the first and last name the entire time.
Repeat. These are long names, man.
Dude,
They are long
if
names.
I get this and one of them misses
Provide
it,
The first and last
The names were
name
long,
of
he just needed to
Frodo's
use the
3
repeat
Hobbit
to get
companions
some extra time.
in Fellowship of the Ring.
That's
He
Alex Damon's one and only.
He didn't miss it.
repeat
He just needed to take the time to
sudden
write
death.
it.
Parker has one.
but
also.
still, that would be hilarious if I get it right and one of them misses
I
it.
mean, they still would have beaten you.
Oh
A
yeah,
long time ago.
5,
but I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the W for myself on this.
Okay.
2, 1. We start with Alex Damon.
Samwise Gamgee, Peregrine Took, and Meriadoc Brandybuck.
And Robert Parker.
Samwise Gamgee, Meriadoc Brandybuck, and Peregrine Took.
40 it is. 40. All right.
I mean,
Did you say Meriadoc?
no, I did. I
What
still shortened
were
their
the
first name.
colors
Yeah.
Of the 3
They still
banners
beat you.
directly behind Theoden's throne in Adoris.
Red, blue, and yellow.
Christian, I think these guys know more about Lord of the Rings than I know about
Foundations
all the
of
things that
literally
I know
every other
combined.
The primary colors.
This is
You
See,
just
when you mix blue and yellow, you get green.
you just selected the primary colors.
When you mix red and blue,
You get the secondary
Purple.
colors.
Start
Yes.
Robert Parker
Red, blue, and green.
and Alex Damon.
This could be it. Green, red, and gold.
uh-oh.
It was red, black, and blue. Neither had it.
Ah!
So we go.
Why? Hey, you know what? Why they
Wow.
play the game. Okay. Back. And now that we know that you gentlemen are mortal, I have a pep in my step. Your next question.
More colors.
It's
Another
going to be
color
another
question.
long one, so we're going to give you plenty of time to write down your answer.
Gonna be a long one? Okay. There we go.
What are 3 things Bilbo claims to be during his conversation with Smaug?
A hobbit, short, and not a
Christian,
dragon.
I'd give him 25 seconds.
A hunter, a baker, and Indiana Jones.
A gallon of milk, a dozen eggs, a loaf of
Every time we
bread.
ask a question, we're like, we got him here.
Unfunny reactors.
3 things.
Parker's got a
2
Parker
unfunny
knows his
reactors.
stuff, but he's gotta be
And
getting some
a person who
props
doesn't know how to count.
here.
And an
5,
imaginary unfunny
Yeah, really.
reactor.
Oh, 100%.
4,
Who's funnier than us.
3,
Do not bib stands
2,
this long.
1. Hands down. We start with Alex
This might be it. Barrel Rider, Riddle Maker, and Underhill.
and Parker.
Barrel Rider, Riddle Maker, and Luck Wearer.
Uh-oh.
And your
Oh, thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it. The Spider, Robert Parker.
Wow.
Wow, Mark, it was a scrap.
Bring Smets and
My God.
Goddard back in and find out how many of those they got correct.
Someone finally fell. It was just they were throwing.
Could they have
haymakers
continued on?
at each other.
Dude, my entire opinion of the Inner Geekdom match coming up has completely changed.
Wow, what a match. All right, I'm going to just drop
Which
Damon
one?
for a second.
Oh,
I'll bring
Goddard
back everybody
versus
else. But
Zevda?
Robert,
No,
look
like
at you,
the
man.
entire
You did it.
tournament.
Oh, the entire
Talked
tournament.
about it. You only missed one question.
The
but
Intergeekdom
fortunately enough for
matches.
you, Damon also missed it.
Got it.
You find yourself winning your first exhibition
That will
match
come
here,
down
too.
to
You're flawless in
Parker
both-
versus
in both
Smets.
The professional league.
Well,
At the end,
now
at
in
the end of the whole
exhibition.
thing,
It's going
yes.
to come down to
How'd you feel
Smets
going that match?
for the belt.
Yes. That's what I mean.
I felt great. You gotta get the hats off to, I mean, not just Damon, but Smets and
Parker versus,
Goddard, too. That everybody who
Kalinowski?
came here today came to play.
Maybe.
Only missing 1 or 2 questions each.
Or
and that's just what
or
it comes
Alex
down
Damon.
to. When you get the people who know the absolute most about these franchises, it
Or
really
Brandon
just comes down to those last things. So I think I got lucky that Damon also missed
No.
that Etter Spanner one. And yeah, I'm super honored to have been here to play, and also props to the rest of the guys.
That's
who came
good
out as
juice.
well.
Yeah, Robert, I have a comment and then a question. The comment is you're
No
allowed
more
to
questions.
sit down if you need to. And the question is, can you compare what you just went through to anything you've ever seen or heard of in any other sporting event, including all the fan matches and Schmoedowns you've been a part of? Is there anything that comes
Literally
close
got
to
a
what you
Hobbit
just went
poster
through?
on his wall.
I played
Next to a poster of my favorite movie.
exhibition match in the fan leagues, but it wasn't like this. It was 1v1, and it wasn't nearly as close. It was and over at the end of round 3, but this was, I mean, it felt like 80 questions of sudden death. You'll have to correct me on that one, but no,
It was at
nothing
least
that I've
12.
ever been a part of for sure.
It was pretty nuts. I mean, look, the thing was that you took out the IG champ, who was the your dungeon mate. Ben Goddard put up a really good fight there, but Alex Damon, I think, really is the big story here. Where I think that the only maybe negative here for Damon is that he just showed his cards in an Intergeekdom match. Like if you're playing him in Intergeekdom, you want to get away from Lord of the Rings when you're playing.
And Star Wars.
Yeah,
But he knows.
that's huge.
I mean, that might be the thing that he might know all things as well as he knows Lord of the Rings. It's a tough call. I mean, if I was playing Robert or Alex, or I'll say Smets or Ben for that matter, regardless of what we're playing them in, Christian, I am scared of all 4 of them.
Me too. And speaking of which, I'm going to bring back both.
And I wouldn't let
Damon,
any of them touch Lord of the
Smasher.
Rings or Middle Earth.
Gentlemen, hell of a match here. You guys first of all, let me ask you guys that were watching, both Bandit and Smasher. I'll start with you, Smash. You know what Robert Parker is capable, obviously, but how about the Demon there? And watching that match going 40, it was somewhat 40 points, I think, or whatever it was, 41 points. What a match it was. What'd you think of the overall end battle there?
Yeah, I mean, you could see if I was you saw the small window, I was hopping up and down. Like that was excellent. That was a great finale. Honestly, like I mean, I knew I was really bummed. Look, I went multiple choice early. That knocked
They
me
could
out
honestly do
regardless
an
whether
entire
I got
live
5 or
event,
not. And
5 matches
afterwards,
of
I
just these
realized
kinds
I
of
can't go
exhibition
multiple choice and
matches,
go perfect
and
against these guys. So
it would be a
my game
perfectly
was kinda
great
already
live
lost,
event.
And then I just have this image, by the way, of and I know it's the Magic Box, so anybody could have got. I'm not complaining about the question because it was a great question, but like
Which
I have this image of like the question.
maybe
writers on
that
the
could be
screen
an interesting
counting
thing.
How many people are
Do
sitting
5
at that,
exhibitions in a live
at the
event.
Council
Live
of
audience
Elrond.
sees
So,
it,
I
and
mean,
people who are
when
on
I
the
was
Patreon see it.
eliminated I was really bummed to not be involved in that overtime.
Now you got people
because,
who are
I think
at the live
Bandit
event.
could probably agree.
If they're
I
not
saw
on the
how they
Patreon, they're getting
played.
on the
We were
Patreon
probably
now.
playing along right with
too.
them. So it was fantastic.
They're all telling
You
everybody
saw
else to
it.
sign up on the
We were
Patreon.
just jumping up and down, and you
'Cause
guys.
these matches are great.
You know, Spider,
Yeah.
I already know you.
That's
we
an
already,
idea.
You know, run drills all the time. I knew it, but Alex Damon, man, much props to you. You know, I'm hanging on to this as long as I can, but you guys are definitely, obviously, on my radar, and that goes for even you, the Bandit, man. Come on, get your feet in the IG someday.
I've been waiting, and this was a fun, like, especially playing against y'all. Like, this is the way to kind of like get introduced, because like Robert is an absolute.
He's from Texas,
terror.
isn't he?
And Alex, I feel
Who?
like you might forget your
Ben?
name
Yeah.
sometimes because
Yep.
I don't know how you pack in all the
Nice
Star
use of
Wars
that y'all.
lore and now all the Middle Earth lore.
I believe he's
as
from
well.
San Antonio.
But yeah, just like I knew a casting question. I knew that was going to be my
Just
downfall,
slightly south
'cause,
of
like,
us.
I love all the in-movie type stuff. I knew the casting question was going to get me. Missed it by one name. And all those overtime questions, like
Missed it by
I was so
that
mad. I was like, I
much.
gotta know this too. But that was, and it's great.
That's
I
an
was
old
like, oh,
reference.
cool! I made it to the 5-pointer.
Yeah, what's it come from?
Great. The final
Get
score
smart.
was 40
Good
to
job.
41. So it looks like me and Smets got blown out of the water.
You
when
know
we
that
answered one
because there was
question.
a new movie called
Well,
Get Smart with
It was
Steve
a hell of a
Carell.
match, and Damon. So
And even
look,
that
I mean,
movie's old by
obviously
now.
you've heard everything about this kid, Robert Parker. He crashed the stage after you won. He had a nice match against Andres Cabrera. So going up against this kid, the real deal, or to see what the league has in store for him.
This is what I expected. That's just what I heard about him. That Lord of the Rings is to Parker as Star Wars is to me. So I knew I was in for a fight. I can't say I'm upset with my performance, though. I mean,
No.
that was a tough question at the end. Like, I mean, I've said it a ton of times before, so I don't mind saying it again. Quotes are rough for me.
A little
I
fatigue.
fought my way through that
Just
round
a little
two.
fatigue there
That
at the
was
end, and that
one
gets
I
you.
wanted the least, and I still did all right. So
Perfect round.
I'm just happy people know I have layers. It's
Well,
more
you
than just Star Wars.
Like
You
ogres?
absolutely do, and you know,
Like
you have-
the
there's
ogres
so
from Lord of the
much, I
Rings
think,
have
this
layers?
Proves too, with both you, Parker.
Is it like a
Smash,
cake or an
and
onion?
Bandit, really
Onion.
fighting tough there. But hey, Spider, if we could get the Crusher, is that something
I
you
would check,
want
but
to
you
see
threw
for
one
your
away earlier.
first exhibition?
That was our last onion,
defense
man.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. No doubt in my mind. I would absolutely want to play Rachel, and she is
That would
absolutely
be a
one of the best, if not the
good-
best, in Lord of the Rings that we've seen in the Schmoedown. So I would
Mm.
absolutely want to play her any day of the week.
That would be
You have
a
enough questions? You have enough
good-
questions for that? You might
Yeah,
have
right.
to, you might start Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit for that.
No, and even though Ellis said it before, we gotta give props to our
They did great.
they really-
Absolutely. Those
Absolutely.
questions were so good.
Remember,
Gotta wait for the Amazon series for the next match.
Well, remember though, the thing is with exhibition is that a lot of these questions could pop up in regular matches too. So it's exhibition and exhibition.
Basically,
questions
what he's saying is we had to
don't
pull
really
these
count.
questions from like the
All
regular
right, guys,
matches
I'd
as
like to thank
well.
everybody
yeah.
here, thanking the Demon, the Spider, the Smasher, and the Bandit. Guys,
Some
I'm
of
going to
them were
drop
written
you off
for that,
here.
some
Thank
of
you for
them
joining us. Really
regular
appreciate it. As we
questions.
wrap things up here, Mark. A hell of a battle there. Robert Parker taking
Helms
the big
deep
victory.
of a battle.
Yeah, I mean, Christian, I'm looking in the private chat that we have here with our producers and
You
tech
feel
team,
proud on that
and
one?
I'm seeing things like wow, yikes, and then our own
Oofa.
I think that this exceeded Cushing versus Kanopik, and I might have to agree with
It's our
him.
favorite.
They're
It's such
brothers.
a limited window of knowledge that you have to have, but it's such a long window.
They
You have to
came
know
from the
so much
same
about this stuff. And,
father.
you know, you and I, when we were reviewing these
and mother,
prequel
but that's
movies,
not
we
the
were complaining
point.
that maybe Peter Jackson tried to cram too much into 3 minutes. I wish that he had done 5 hours for each movie just to give us more to draw from for the next.
No.
Right. Well, I mean, look, this was something. It definitely. It
Please
was
don't make
built
a
up to
5-hour
be
Lord of the Rings movie.
The guys who know the most about Lord of the Rings in the division, and
We will no
certainly
longer have a
seemed that
YouTube
was the
channel.
case. I think that there are some other competitors out there that can hang. Whether it is a Mara Kanopik.
When did those
or
Addams
Rachel
brothers
Cushing,
film again?
Dan
They're
Murrow,
busy
if you will,
watching Lord of the Rings.
Barbarian.
For the next
People
3
out
weeks.
there that could challenge Parker, but that kid is for real, man. It's good to have him in the league. Good to have all these guys in the league, and my friend, good to have you once again. This is another great exhibition match. Happy to have you all here. Happy to have you as part of the tier. So, guys, thank you. Stay at this tier and the $10 tier and up. You're going to keep getting these great exhibition matches. For Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Yeah, that was fantastic match.
Jeez.
Now, again, here's the thing: the realistic nature. We don't know Lord of the Rings.
Clearly.
I was hoping that was evident by our performance there.
It definitely was.
But I can still appreciate a good match.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't play football either, but I can appreciate a good football game.
Can you, though?
I mean, that's the one with the oblong brown ball, right?
Yeah, it's the one that looks like Hey Arnold's head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can appreciate a football game.
Yeah.
If it's a good football game. I appreciate good use of movie trivia.
But in terms of Lord of the Rings, I've probably seen the original trilogy. It might be a stretch to say I've seen them 3 times. No, I haven't seen the Hobbit movies at all. Definitely haven't seen the 1978 one. So that kind of informs you as to why we underperformed.
So I saw the Hobbit cartoon in 2nd grade, fell asleep during it. Had no interest in the Lord of the Rings movies, but did eventually watch all 3 of them. Tried watching Fellowship of the Ring again and again and again, and each time I fall asleep during it. So yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my Lord of the Rings.
And there goes a good portion of our audience. No, the original trilogy is good.
They were good movies. I did appreciate. I understand they are good movies. I did appreciate
Choked
them.
that water back real quick, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to throw that in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Hobbit movies I hear are bad. I have yet to make that judgment for myself because I have not seen them. Same for him. But yeah, I want to see them though, at least for the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch. The one question we got right is Smaug.
yeah. Here. In all honesty, joking aside, I do want to try to give at least the Lord of the Rings movies another shot. Like a good, serious, I'm awake, I've had all this caffeine, I'm focused, I'm going to watch these, I'm going to force myself to like these movies. I don't know if that's possible. I don't like fantasy.
Your attention span? No, it's not.
Yeah, I have really bad ability to focus. And
It's called ADD.
ADHD nowadays.
Sure.
And I don't like fantasy. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't like Game of Thrones. It's not my bag, baby.
And there goes our other half of our audience.
Well, luckily we don't talk about Game of Thrones on this channel anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's true. So, I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, let's stop talking about us because they put on a crazy, crazy match. They were fantastic. Literally, all four of them showed why they were in that match, and then all four of them showed, well, Smets aside, showed why they're in the IG tournament. Because if any of them land on Lord of the Rings, they're getting some points. At the end of the day, if you're the opponent sitting across the table from them, or in this case, on the other side of the other computer screen, probably don't want them to land on Lord of the Rings, especially Robert Parker.
Yeah. And it's kind of like what they said with Damon is, unfortunately, Damon did show his hand on this, that if he was to be playing another IG game and someone was to land on, or he was to land on opponent's choice, if that opponent was to be like, oh, I don't think he knows anything about Lord of the Rings because he's a Star Wars fan.
You haven't watched the exhibition match.
You would be wrong.
Yeah.
And you would be screwed.
Yep.
In the worst kind of way.
Yeah. So, the question remains to be seen. How many other categories within Inner Geekdom is Alex Damon that good at? You have to really start considering him for that side of the bracket. Are we going to see a Alex Damon versus Kalinowski in the Inner Geekdom tournament? I don't know where they fall, particularly in the bracket, if they kind of fall into the semifinals to see who goes, or the semifinals to see who goes into the semifinals, or the finals, or what, you know how brackets work. They face each other off to see who faces Parker. But yeah, you watch this, you have to consider it's Parker's definitely on the left side there. His own, well, I mean, you got Goddard. Yeah, you never know. Guys, Inner Geekdom tournament's gonna be great. That's gonna start, I think, on Monday.
This next coming week.
Monday for patrons. I think $10 and up patrons. Tuesday for the other patrons, and then on Thursday. It's going to be on Thursday for the public.
And that's going to be the play-in match, which is going to be Ben Goddard versus Jim Vevita.
Yep.
So, interested to see how that's going to go.
Two people we have not yet seen in Inner Geekdom. Goddard, we obviously saw here, but...
yeah.
Going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's it for this video. Wrap it up.
Okay, so if you like this, go hop on the Schmoedown the Patreon. That's where they put these at. These matches, they're fantastic. You want to see more... do it on the Patreon. Sign up for the tier that's right for you. $10 or up will get you these matches. Go over to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over there to all of their videos and shenanigans that they do because it helps them out as far as YouTube goes, and they would very much appreciate it. Go over to their Twitch account, whatever that one's called.
Twitch.tv/theshmoedown.
That. Go over there and heart them, I guess. That's
follow.
What you do over there. You
it's
follow.
It's a heart.
Yeah.
It's a follow, though.
Helps them out over there as well. Twitch has a subscription thing. Sign up for that for Schmoedown.
Just look up how to do Twitch and then do those things that you see on the Schmoedown Twitch channel.
I will do that. Thank you. Oh, you were talking to them. Anyways, so also make sure you follow them on all of the Schmoedown stuff, the Facebook group, their Twitters, the Instagrams. Follow them all that. They will very much appreciate all of that. As for us, make sure you follow us at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure you sign up for our Patreon. We are at patreon.com/Cinefanatics. Again, choose the tier that's right for you. We've got a lot of fun stuff that we're coming up with. We've already done our first watch-along for Iron Man. You can hop on the $10 tier.
What are you saying?
And see that. I don't know. I'm trying to catch my breath in there. That's a lot of stuff I got to cram in.
You can stop and breathe every now and then. Yeah, we did a watch a man. We did a
yeah. You'll see you do it.
We did a watch a man for Iron Long.
Iron Long.
We did an Iron Man watch along. We're gonna do another one this next month. another movie of some sort. So
come hop on our Patreon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you follow us to see us on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Central Time for the tagline, where we're talking movies and movie stuff and probably something that's movie related. That's usually what happens on that show.
Yep.
So come back to this channel, this one right here, the one that you're watching. While you're here on this channel, make sure you like and comment on this video, and make sure you give us a subscribe. You can subscribe by hitting that button down below, or also the button that's up there above his head. Over here off to the side are a couple of the videos that we have made, and as always... Yep, later.
yeah, that's one tasty onion ring.
Your mom's a tasty onion ring.
Really? No, do better.